everybody, it's your host Sid. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time with us, be sure to go ahead and like and subscribe. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for tuning back in and kicking it with us. So today I have the absolute pleasure to introduce one of our very own. We have Epsilon the Don in the building, y'all. Hey, girl.
Hey.
So good to have you finally. We've been talking about getting her on for a little minute, y'all. So this is very big. And Happy New Year. Finally made it to 2021. Go ahead and say that before we go ahead and begin. So I do want you to go ahead and follow her on Instagram. That's Epsilon the Don on Instagram. Be sure to click that link in the bio. She has something streaming now, Cold World. Go ahead and check that out for me. So we're going to go ahead and tune into the Medley Minutes. So I'm just going to first ask the basic question of where are you from?
Greensboro.
Okay, born and raised. I actually feel like I didn't know why I feel like he was going to say something else, but okay. Born and raised. Okay, I like that. So 336 in the building. So how did you get started on music?
Well, just growing up, I guess, like, I've always loved it. Mm-hmm. Like, I've always seen it on TV and, you know, just I was raised by my grandparents, so, like, it was a must. Like, you had to go to church. Yeah. And I had to sing in the church choir, so that's pretty much where it came from.
Okay. Were you playing instruments and stuff in church too?
Nah.
Okay.
I wanted to, but I never got there for it. But
okay. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
All right. So what was like before music, like before you decided what you wanted to do? What was it that you wanted to do before you decided on music?
So originally, like, I was in college for healthcare administration.
Okay.
And then it just, I guess, one day hit me and I was like, yo, like, you know, you want to do music, like, why are you playing with it? Like, you know, you good, like, just go for it. And then that's when I was just like, shoot, if you got other artists out here that's, you know, I don't want to say like half as good, but you know, like, not taking it as serious, then I know I could take it serious.
Okay. So how long exactly have you been doing music?
Professionally, like, I had my first recording studio session in 2018.
Okay.
So it's only been a couple years.
Okay, got your head in the game a little bit though. Yeah, I like that. All right. And so one question that I wanted to ask: what's one thing people wouldn't know about you just by looking?
Well, you might could tell, but I used to play basketball.
I knew it.
I mean, yeah, that's what I say. You might could tell that.
But just because I like been around you and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What position did you play?
Second or three.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you can shoot a little bit?
Yeah, that was nice.
Okay. All right. And so talking about your latest project, Cold World. So what's the inspiration for that? Let's talk about that a little bit.
I just kind of wanted to make a slow song because I know the past couple of sessions before then, like, I was making fast music. I guess trying to keep up with, like, what was, I guess, trending.
Okay.
But Cold World came about. I was just like, I need a slow song and I want something that's going along with the season that we're about to go into. And then that's pretty much how I got Cold World, and pretty much the beat also. I'm a person that, like, writes to the beat, like, however the beat makes me feel, that's pretty much what I do.
Okay. All right. And so as an artist, do you feel like it's important to kind of like keep up with the trends or what's current and stuff in the game, or how do you feel about that?
I do, in a sense, but also keep authenticity. Okay. Because I feel like a lot of times artists, they'll try to go with what's trending also, but they end up mimicking. Okay. And I feel like that's kind of why, you know, people are like, oh, he stole his flow, he did this, he did that. But it's all about keeping your true self, but making sure that you can appeal to the masses, basically.
Okay. I like that answer. I can respect that, definitely. And so your name, Epsilon the Don. I like that name. I like that name a lot. I did want to ask, how did you come up with that, or where did that come from?
Okay, so the Epsilon part, I went to Winston-Salem State for the year of 2017 to 2018, and I believe it was like the business and economics building. I was leaving a class, and it was like a flyer that they had for some type of club or whatever, and it said Epsilon, and I was like, oh, I kind of like the way that it sounds. And then like both of my initials begin with E, so I just took that and run with it. And then I added the Don at the end because like I knew like I wanted to be something more like not just an artist, but like I want to be a boss in an aspect of like the music business, period.
Okay, so like the Don.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I definitely, now that I know the story, that's actually funny. But shout out to the Rams, though.
Yeah.
Definitely. Ram fam in the building. So any tough decisions that you've had to make as an artist so far? I know you said that you started music around like 2018 professionally. So any tough decisions coming onto the stage, should I say?
Just trying to think a tough decision. I guess just trying to, find where I fit in.
Okay.
And I would say that because like I'm not a trap artist. Like I've never, and I'm not gonna sit there and like try to front like, oh, I was in the trenches and etc.
Yeah.
Like that's not me. But then also like I want to be able to, like I said before, appeal to the masses, not just so like, oh, she makes boring music. Like, nah, I want you to hear my music and still have fun as if you were like listening to a trap artist. Okay. But I just have a different approach.
Okay. All right. And so when it comes to your approach, do you base that in your lyrics? Like you said, you're not a trap artist. You don't have like a trenches story, but you still have a story. So how do you go about telling that?
I just, whatever comes to my mind, like I said, like the beat, I pretty much hear that, and like if it's a fast beat, I'm like, I'll say a line and then I'll play off of that. And one thing I will do, like I noticed that like I've been trying to like enhance my vocabulary to also make the bars like a bit heavier. So yeah.
Yeah, that's good for real. Yeah, I like that too. All right. So how did it feel when you made your first song?
It felt good, and like I can remember it because it was kind of like I was nervous and scared at the same time, but then also like subconsciously in the back of my head I knew like you got this, like it's just a studio session, like go in there and do what you was gonna do anyway. But yeah, it really felt good, and also like just knowing that like it didn't really sound half as bad as I thought it was. Okay. And it's only going to continue to get better once you perfect your craft.
Right, because it is something that you have to practice at.
Right.
Okay, and does being in the booth come with like a adrenaline rush?
It kind of does. Like I've noticed, like I don't know if it's just me, but like anytime like I'm recording a new song, like I'll instantly like get high. I don't know if it's like because I'm nervous or like I just know like it's about to go amazing, like I don't know, but I just get like this sense of like heat rush. I don't know, it's crazy.
Okay, all right. And what is something that you've always wanted to do but you've never done? And it can be as an artist or just in your life, period.
Something I've never done but always wanted to do. I want to like well, I guess it incorporates being an artist, but like being invited to like a fashion show and like being like one of the models.
New York Fashion Week type stuff. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. That's to have an official invite.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, that's you gotta manifest that type of stuff. Yeah. That's low key easy. Once you in the industry and know the right people, that type of stuff is like easy. Yeah. Okay, so what made you feel like you were ready to drop a project, like such as Cold World? Like how do you know, like what made you feel ready? Like, okay, this is fresh off the printer, ready to go?
Well, of course, because I haven't dropped anything since 42 Vibin'. And that was in the beginning of 2020. And then like right after I dropped it, COVID and everything like shut down. Okay. And like I'm in my mind, I was planning to do like shows and like all this other type of stuff, but it never went that way. So I was like, let me get them something fresh, but like also different and new, so they wouldn't expect the same thing as 42 Vibin'.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. And so speaking of COVID, that actually does lead me to my next question. That's crazy. How has COVID affected you as an artist?
I feel like less exposure, and I do say that because like before then, like I was trying to do, little underground shows and just showcases and etc. Just trying to get my name out there.
Right.
But like I said, when COVID hit, like all of that stopped. And it was like, other than social media and we're not going out and things are closed. So like, what else really could you do to try to get it out there?
Right. Okay. And so how have you like kind of turned that into a positive for yourself?
I just been actually like trying to keep, perfecting like graphics. Like I know like I had a discussion with him earlier. I make my own graphics. So like that just made me want to go harder and make sure that, when it's time to put more stuff out, like your stuff is enhanced. Like it looks totally different, and just giving a great, a great visual along with the sound.
Okay, so you do your own cover art and stuff like that? Okay, yeah, that's dope. All right, and is graphic design, that's something that you picked up like at school?
I wouldn't say at school, but it kind of became a hobby like once I started becoming an artist. Because like at that time, like I didn't really know anybody to do my stuff. So I was like, why don't you just try to take on the skill yourself?
You gotta figure it out yourself. Yeah. I feel that. Okay. And so when COVID is over, it's not if, when COVID is over, and if you could tour internationally, where would you go first?
If I had a choice internationally, I always wanted to go to Africa. Like I feel like if I could like if I can reach them and like just be able to tour like where we come from anyway, like that shit. Can we cuss? I'm sorry. That shit would be dope to me. Like, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, that was funny. But yeah, because I definitely didn't even tell you that. But yeah, I feel Africa too. Honestly, if I was an artist, I mean, this is your interview, but still, if I was an artist, I would like to go to Tokyo, like China and stuff. Just honestly, a part of me, I'm basic a little bit, just for like the aesthetics and the pictures and stuff.
Yeah, I get what
how
you're saying,
it looks out there. Perfect.
Tokyo is very like neon, colorful. Yeah,
I would do like a whole Tokyo drift thing. Okay, cool, dope. I like that. So, next question: if you could change one thing about your journey so far, what and why? If you can think of something. If you would change nothing, that's fine. But if you could think of one thing you would change, what and why?
One thing I would change, I would have got started earlier.
Okay.
I feel like had I just like took that leap of faith and like trusting my gut, I could have been like a lot further. But I also feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be in the same.
Because timing
sense.
Is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And what do you like most about being an artist?
Just the freedom like to create and like the freedom to just express how I'm feeling and put like words to it on top of like a song, and then it also being like yours. I think the sense of ownership to me, like this is something that I have, this is something that people will listen to when I'm gone. Okay. So yeah,
more like a legacy type
thing.
Okay,
exactly.
And would you want to like go further and learn how to like produce and do your own type of stuff?
Yeah, I want to tap into producing as well. Like once I don't want to say like all the way in there, but like I have more connects and I'm able to like learn from people who, have been doing this for a long time. I feel like that would be dope to me.
Okay. And who's your favorite artist?
Favorite artist? Gosh. I don't really have no favorite, but like musically wise, I would say like Kevin Gates. I feel like I get kind of like I don't want to say my sound kind of from him, but like I just love the way like he be like rapping hard and then like he'll hit you with like some melodies in type of there and then it just like makes the song better to me. I'm a melodic person. Like I like those type of flows rather than just like hard bars.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say Kevin Gates.
Okay. Different. Definitely wasn't expecting that. Different. I like it. Okay. So when do you feel most yourself?
Most myself. I'd say like when I'm working on something new, as far as like trying to, I guess, like work on a new like EP or a whole tape, just getting all of my thoughts together and seeing like how I want this to go and like just everything about like creating.
The idea of it being like an actual project.
Yeah, and just like me knowing like this is something I have control over. Like I can make this to be anything that I want it to be. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I feel most of myself when I'm like creating and just getting everything together.
Okay. All right. I like that. And so you do have something coming out soon titled Far From Average, correct? Yes. Okay. So we can actually talk about that. So what's the inspiration for that music and title?
Just I said Far From Average because like I don't intend to be average. Mm-hmm. I want to, because I honestly feel like as far as rap in general, I feel like females don't get enough recognition. True. And then on top of that, like as far as North Carolina, I don't really see nobody. I mean, there are buzzing female artists, but like are people paying attention to them the way they're paying attention to the males? Right. Like I kind of want, like, if I can, to just break that door down for the females, because it's a lot of us that are dope that I've been watching.
Yeah, that's true too. And the more I've been like looking and getting into things, I can definitely agree with that. Right. And in general, there is a bias, double standard, if you will, type of thing. Right. But yeah, it definitely takes like kind of on a mainstream level how Nicki Minaj was the one to break that barrier or whatever and push through. So yeah, definitely always got to give her credit for that. And so what does it mean? Well, we can just keep talking about it. So you said that you plan to be far from average. So what does it mean to you, Epsilon the Don, to be far from average?
Just following my own path, like really not letting nobody sway me, or telling me like, oh, you should maybe switch up your sound, or you should do this. Like, nah, because if me being authentic got me here, it can get me further. Like, I just feel like me, like I said, staying to myself and making sure I'm centered the way I want to be. I feel like that'll do. Okay. For me.
Yeah. All right. And so do you plan on making any music videos?
Yeah, definitely. I believe the whole EP will have videos.
Okay.
For each song.
Nice. That'll be dope. And last but not least, of course, any goals for 2021? Anything? We all just hoping this COVID stuff goes away. So, but we just kind of got to take it a day at a time. But any goals for 2021?
I guess like my specific goal is just to gain more exposure and get more outreach, because like for me, like I know that my music's good. I know that it's quality. I just feel like the right people have to hear it, and just it has to get out to everybody that it can. So definitely more outreach with my movement.
Okay, cool. I definitely like that. Well, I am so glad that you came and sat with me at the Medley Media Podcast. It's definitely been a pleasure. Again, y'all tune in to everything on the whole YouTube. Just tune in, subscribe, everything. We have so much coming, so much in store for 2021. Anything you want to say? Any shout outs before we go?
Just thank y'all for having me.
Of course,
and shout out to, the whole team and what we got going on. It's going to be a lot, like, in a good way. Like, it's going to really...
It's going to pop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's going to pop. All right. Thank y'all again so much. Tune in next time.